So I hope that the wind muff that I have on this GoPro works well enough and there's not a ton of noise right now. But I wanted to take an opportunity now to kind of share with you guys just a word on the water. It's not a particular verse, but it's more about chapters. Looking at Joshua chapter 7, chapter 8. God had instructed the children of Israel how to destroy, how to defeat Jericho. Very popular, very well-known story, account in the Bible. Well, Jericho was destroyed, and God says, take nothing, destroy everything, burn it, destroy everything. The only thing that you're going to take are the gold and silver, the precious metals, those type of things, and they're going to be for the point of glorifying God. Now, they don't all do that. They go and they get pretty cocky from the battle they won, and they only send 3,000 men because they think, well, this is going to be a piece of cake, especially after Jericho. Well, they were definitely mistaken in their thought process. And what happened is they went to take this little city of Ai, spelled A-I, and they're just going to take it. They fail. So as the account goes, they go to Ai, and these 3,000 men go to try to take it. They're failing. They turn tail, they run away. The people of Ai, they chase them down, and they kill 36 of them. Everybody's distraught, everybody's discouraged. Joshua thinks he's done something wrong, and he's just besides himself. And God tells him, hey, get up, it's not your fault. Somebody has stolen. Somebody had taken something from Jericho, and they've cursed Israelites. They've cursed all of Israel, and that needs to be corrected. So he says, go tomorrow. I'll have you call the tribe. I'll have you call the family. I'll have you call everybody out, and then ultimately he said, I will narrow it down to a man by casting lots, basically by drawing straws. And ultimately it comes down to Achan. Achan was the one who had stolen, and Joshua calls him out and says, hey, what did you do? He says, well, I stole 5 pounds of silver. I stole a big chunk of gold, and some clothes that were really nice. You know, they were pretty nice duds, so I took them and I buried them under my tent. So Joshua says, okay, go. Sends men, go to that tent, uncover everything. They do find it, they bring it, and ultimately what happens to rectify all of this is Achan gets burned. He gets stoned and then burned. Him and all of his things. So all of these things that he coveted, and it seems very, very harsh. And it's because it is. It's an incredibly harsh judgment. But God had told them specifically not to do that, or they will be cursed, and all of Israel would suffer from it. So because of Achan, he doesn't die. 36 other men died in his place because of what he did. They were, for all intents and purposes, they were innocent. So these 36 men died because of what Achan did. So the punishment for Achan was laid out. It was told already, so no surprises there. What this tells us is that God wants obedience. He is very, very serious about obedience. He doesn't mess around. He doesn't play games with that concept. He wants us all to be obedient today, just the same. And a lot of times when we look at things and we do things, probably with Achan, well, I'm not hurting anybody else. No one else is involved with this. You know, it's just me. So leave me alone. It's my body, it's my life. Let me do what I want with it. But at the end of the day, whatever we do with our lives has consequences. It always does, whether they're good or bad. And they always affect other people. It really irks me when I hear people say, well, it's my life, it's my body, I'm not hurting anybody else, it's just me alone. Well, Achan's discretion, his sin, his disobedience cost the lives of 36 other people who had nothing to do with it. So everything that we do impacts other people. We may not think so, we may not realize it, but it always does. So let's keep that in mind before we do something. I think those chapters teach us to weigh the consequences of our choices, to really think about, if I do this, who's it going to affect? Who is it going to hurt? Who's going to feel the consequences of it? Whether good or bad, we have to understand that, we have to weigh those odds. So think about that, keep that in mind, make sure we stay obedient to God, to His Word, and just honor Him in everything that we do. Be mindful of our actions, and ultimately give all glory, all praise, and all honor to Him and to Him alone. With that, hope you all had a blessed day. Go out there, be fishers of men, be blessed.